What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I am here to talk to you guys about Taylor's demise and how she is single-handedly effing up her own game for the sake of a conscience and moral standing. And Big Brother, let's talk about it. Listen, if this is your first time seeing me for whatever reason, I've been doing YouTube for so long, so just follow me just because I've been doing YouTube for so long. You can see I've been doing YouTube for so long. I have grays, okay? Outside of that, follow me on my social media, Instagram and Twitter at A Connection TV. And let's get into this statement. Big Bro _ Survivor on Twitter states, Taylor has damaged her relationships with the leftovers this week. Turner, Monty, and maybe Michael and Brittany. It's not that they'll target her, but they aren't going to feel a need to protect her at all either. She took the leftovers for granted this week and prioritized outsiders, okay? On top of that, they said, I still think she's probably fine barring some specific circumstances with the twist, but she probably loses to everyone in the leftovers in final two now. It is what it is, okay? Let's dissect this. This video may go all over the place. May be a pretty little lengthy video, but I have some things to get off my chest. Everything that I said in my prior video stands still firm today, okay? Taylor is not a phenomenal player, and up until this past week, she hasn't won anything. She hasn't strategized anything in this game. She's just been standing there and being defended by people. That's it. She has great speeches. She knows how to dress, but that's it. Prioritizing her game and understanding the concept of Big Brother is something that she did not know she would need to do, or it's just not good at coming into this game. And according to my social media buddy J Dell, you know, this is the first season that she saw was the cookout season. I do remember her saying that, and that is what prompted her to come on the show. Baby, no, that's just what. You, like, being on Big Brother, you would have at least need to have seen a couple of seasons to see how things usually play out, to understand how things normally go in Big Brother. But she didn't do that. She thought she would be able to come in and, you know, her personality would win over people. Nope. Her confidence would win over people. Nope. Both the two that I just said will allow her to win competitions? Nope. And instead, she's been a victim of circumstance. Just chilling. Not chilling, but, you know, having to endure everything that she's gone through, and then having righteous people like Turner and Kyle decide to switch that narrative and put her in a house that she could get through. Two white people saved her. Two white people saved her. It's amazing. You know, it's amazing. The reason why I say it's amazing, again, we're jumping all over the place. One of the particular issues that I had with the cookout was that I felt like it would create a narrative that black people can't live up to, and that anyone outside of black would always have a thought of, what if, Cookout 2.0, Cookout 2.0. What do I mean? Wes, prime example, Taylor. Taylor watched the Cookout season and was like, oh my God, this is so phenomenal. Black people sticking together. Our first black winner on Big Brother. Oh my God, this is amazing. Yes, it was, but the Cookout had a lot of problems within it. And I felt like there were many times that I said it on video that I felt like the Cookout was unnecessary, right? Because the people that they were surrounded around or surrounded by weren't the stereotypical run-of-the-mill cookout player. Big Brother players. They were people that actually cared about each member of the particular cookout. So I felt like that season, the cookout was unnecessary. It was just unnecessary. Because there could have been a leftovers last season, and it would have been amazing to see, diverse group of people getting along, getting together, and riding for each other genuinely. Because I felt that that's what it was. Claire, come on. Claire was never gonna put Tiffany up. Alyssa was never gonna put Xavier up. Beth was never gonna put Kylan up. What? What are we talking about here? Come on. And so for me, I felt like that was unnecessary. But yay, we have a black winner. And outside of that particular season, we understand why the cookout, I understand why the cookout was formed. But in that particular season, the cookout was not necessary. Until we get to 24, where I feel like the foundation that the cookout was founded on would stand gracefully in a season like this, where there are 5 black people in the house. There is an ostracized black woman who's being bullied off of a lie, and the whole house is campaigning against her. For what? Week 1. For what? This girl has done nothing. And so that's where like a cookout should be born, and it's like, oh my God, we need to defend this chick. But 5 black people were in this house with you, Taylor, and they did nothing to come to your aid, Taylor. Nothing to come to your aid at all. But you have 2 white people, one of which has like this outside stigma against him for using racial slurs and not taking showers. And then another white person who has in this house said out loud that he only wants to keep the white folks in the house and that he wants to get rid of the minority people because they're going to band together and create a cookout 2.0. Those 2 people saved you, and none of the black people cared. And so I'm frustrated and I'm aggravated, and this video is going all over the place because you have a beautiful woman by the name of Taylor Hall or Hale, who within herself, it seems to be, at least in this game, pure of heart. This woman was sitting in another side of the room praying for Nicole's mom, where Nicole was on the opposite side of the house, chastising her and being so negative toward her and all of that. Like, that's Taylor, right? Why are we mad at her? At the end of the day, everybody that's been evicted out of this house can't even say why they're mad at her. Because of what everyone else has said? Who's everyone else? Because now there's been multiple people out of the house and they're all saying the same thing. Oh, it's what I've heard. Now, one black person has had this woman's side. And so I feel like, again, going back to what I was saying, this is the reason why the cookout was not the greatest idea for some people. Because Taylor fits into that group of some people. Because she saw the cookout as this like, oh my God, kind of like, wow, this is amazing. I need to be a part of something like this thing, without seeing the cracks that were clear in that alliance and how explosive that alliance was overall to the game in a negative way. Taking all of the good out of it, taking all of the oh my God out of it, we have a black winner. Because of the cookout, Taylor is lost in the sauce. Because the cookout and its concept has this black woman saying to herself and saying to the world that she will not put up another black person because she's black. But that same said person has been a part of your demise from the very beginning. That same person still to this day does not like you at all. But knowing that and understanding that, you still want to stand on some righteous soapbox that the cookout has made the world to believe? What? I don't understand that. And a lot of you probably won't understand my rant, because I'm not saying that the cookout is like this unbelievably horrible thing that should have never happened. I'm just saying there aren't that many, let me not call her not intelligent, but there aren't that many people that will see the good in the cookout and the bad in the cookout and understand that recreating it is great if you're amongst a group of people that actually want to recreate it and are standing by the moral compass of keeping all black people safe. That what I just said in its goodness has no place in this season. No place in this season whatsoever. Starting from Monty, all the way to Amira, all the way to Jasmine, all the way to effing Terrence. And so we have this woman that's so wrapped up in the awe of the cookout that she can't even see that not one black person has had her back since she's been in the house. And now she has finally gotten HOH. Finally. She's finally gotten HOH, and she shits it to the ground like diarrhea on a bad taco eating night. And she's just looking like a buffoon in front of the world because she has this moral compass that she needs to stand by, and not one of the black people in this house has had her back genuinely from the start. That's the danger of the cookout. That was the danger of the cookout when I was talking about the cookout last season. Yay, Xavier won. Yay, okay. But we still deal with a lot of racial, microaggressive type of bull crap in this house. Clearly we've seen it. But yet we've seen it, and there's been 4 black people a part of Taylor's demise in this house from the beginning. So why is Taylor sitting here wanting to, August, come here. Why is Taylor sitting here wanting to protect these people just because of the color of their skin? I'm pissed. All right, I'm gonna stop ranting about that because hopefully I grabbed your attention and you understand what I'm saying. Taylor's been the underdog since the beginning. We all love Taylor. She's America's favorite house guest. Great. Okay. In my last video, I said she's not been playing this game. She's just been a victim of circumstance. And up until this past week, she has not won anything. Not a veto, not a HOH. She finally wins HOH. She wins it fair and square. I'm excited for her. I'm like, oh my God, she's about to make it rain on these people. Like, what? You have an amazing alliance in the leftovers that's filled with a diverse group. Yes, you have Turner, who has some bad history with some racial stuff. And yes, you have Kyle, who has clearly made it known to Turner and Michael, the white guest, that he wants to just have an all-white alliance so that no minority person wins because he thinks all the minorities are going to band together. Yet that's not been the case since the beginning of this show, because you had 4 black people who had no taste in their mouth of Taylor and wanting to protect her and feel whatever for her. So that it just doesn't make sense. Everybody's been wanting Taylor out of the house from the beginning. I don't understand why Kyle feels it necessary to be concerned. And so she finally wins HOH. And soon as she won and she was walking through the house, I said, this girl don't know what she's gonna do. I knew it. I knew it. She had this air about herself like she had on some new drawers and she just didn't know how to handle them. Like, it was like, should I put a belt on? Should I put a scarf on? Underwear. Should I, what should I do? Should I put 2 more underwear on? Like, she had no idea what to do. I saw that she's walking through the kitchen. She's like, oh my God, I won. Oh, I'm just gonna, Like, no, girl, this ain't the time for all of this. It ain't the time for none of it. None of it. What is wrong with her? She doesn't know how to play. She saw the cookout and wanted to come and make barbecue. That's what she did. What? And so in my last video, I said it all depends on how she handles this. And she's not handling it. She's handling it by not handling it. Okay? Like they said on, Avengers Endgame. Like, there were earthquakes under the ocean, and Black Widow asked the Dora Milaje, Okoye, how are we handling it? We're handling it by not handling it. That's Taylor. She's handling it by not handling it. Okay? And it's ridiculous. But I'm not shocked because I knew this was going to happen. I was just hoping that it didn't, but I knew it was going to. All right. So, Taylor promises the world to these broads. Oh, they're broads. They're broads. They're broads. All three of the remaining women on the opposite side don't give two craps about Taylor from the beginning of the show to the current day. Indy has made it clear that she does not. Even Taylor knows this about all these people. Indy doesn't want Taylor hanging out with Joseph. She's so upset. Oh, she didn't want Taylor to be a part of her festivesti. None of this stuff. And Jasmine, forget about it. Another black girl ripping to shreds another black girl. And then Alyssa, she's just there. And then Terrence. Oh my God, let's not forget about Terrence. But you found this out, sweetheart. Taylor, you found this out. You know that they talk about you behind your back. You know that they're no good folk. But because of the cookout that happened on a season where it didn't need to happen. I don't know if you watched the whole season. But all of their partners cared dearly and deeply for them. The separation with Claire and Tiffany was like separating a mother from their child. That's how strong their connection and bond was. Y'all don't have nothing like that in this house. Nothing like that in this house. And you're sitting here trying to figure out, ripping out your extensions about, oh my God, I can't put a black girl up. What? And so you literally have to ask the leftovers, what do I do? What do I do with my HOH? I have no clue. I'm lost, guys. How are you lost? You have a thick 7 alliance against 6 remaining house guests. Indy, Jasmine, Terrence, Alyssa. 4. Am I missing somebody? Damn. 4 or 5? I can't. Did I count that right? Terrence, Indy, Jasmine, Alyssa. 4. 7 to 4. If I'm missing somebody, oops. But they're a part of that house. 7 to 4. What is there to think about? What are we talking about here? You just throw up 2 of them broads. Terrence and Jasmine, get rid of them. Get rid of them. They hold nothing truth and of positive value about the cookout. Get rid of them. They're bringing Chinese food to your cookout. Get rid of them. One of them takes himself off the video. Oh, pluck the other 2. Y'all are gone. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? And she's not doing it because she promised the world to them. Oh, I'm not going to throw a girl up. Bitch, they had you thrown up the first week. Oh, I don't want to send any black people home. Yet these 2 black people never had your back. Never had your... Darren stood there while Daniel ripped you a new asshole. A whole new asshole. And he sat there and did not have your back. Not one of them black people had your back. What is wrong with you? Monty didn't have your back. Jasmine didn't have, even Amira, who witnessed what you said to Nicole, did not have your back. None of these people had your... What are we talking about here? So now you potentially throw your whole game, no, not potentially, you throw your whole game, girl, y'all have the option of winning $750,000, the highest ever. And you're gonna throw that all the way off of a moral compass that means nothing to these people? What are you talking about? And then the whole of America is watching you like, what are you talking about? Get them the hell out the house. And so now the leftovers are looking at her like she's a liability. You are a liability to my money. You need to go. I don't know what you're gonna do. We have a strong 7-person alliance against 4 to 5 people, and you're still clueless on what to do, what kind of decision to be made. You're a liability. You need to go. There's no reason to keep Taylor. There's none. And so you have this great guy who's just dumb and filled with nut, wanting to stand in front of the guns for Taylor because she's shitting her whole HOH away by the name of Joseph, they're going to use the veto on Terrence and put Joseph up. What? To make what look like what? What are you telling? Y'all did 3 blind sides in a row. 4 blind sides in a row. You think those other 4 people don't get it? What is wrong with y'all? You think those other 4 people are gonna save you ever, Taylor? What's wrong with you? So now, instead of being a boss and making a deciding game move and saying, you know what, because y'all did this to me, I'm doing it to y'all, and y'all just gonna have to respect it, okay? Let them eat it. You're gonna, I'm not gonna put y'all up. I don't know. I just have to put y'all up now. What? That's worse. And they're never gonna give you their vote. Ever. But I don't even think Taylor's ever gonna be in final 2. I don't even think she cares about a final 2. Does she? I don't know. She just cares about her Lay's. I know damn well, I hope that Lay's is not a discriminatory, racially led company. Because if they are, they're not going to want to give a black woman a sponsorship. But she deserves it because all she does is eat Lay's. That's all she does. Eat Lay's and look pretty and cries. That's all I'm giving her. At this point, that is all I'm giving her. If she makes it through this HOH and Kyle saves her, which she doesn't have to. Kyle is claiming that he does not want to use the veto. Okay, we can use that concept as opposed to Joseph going up and pooching himself. We could say Kyle, for whatever reason, just doesn't want to help me with my HOH, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want y'all to go. I love y'all, but y'all, unfortunately, it is what it is. Kyle's not wanting to use the veto. I tried. Girl, say that. Say that. What are we talking about here? Instead of pooch, get it. Like, what kind of lawyer is he? What kind of cases is he winning? Because now you got Michael and Brittany thinking that they should get rid of Joseph if Joseph decides to be a pawn and take Terrence down and go up. What? I don't think that Michael and Brittany should take that shot. I think they would have. I don't think they should take that shot right now. They have the numbers. Why are you screwing this up, Taylor? Y'all have the numbers. I feel like Taylor should have been plucked out the house and I should have been plucked in. Although I didn't audition, so CBS doesn't even know I exist. This has been a rant, and I just don't have anything else to say. I just hope that after this week, that Terrence goes home. That's it. Taylor, don't make promises to people that never had your back. The only allegiance that you have right now is to an alliance that was made from 2 white people. Keep that in your mind, Miss I want to emulate the cookout. 2 white people created this alliance. A white person stuck up for you. A white person stuck up for you and called everyone out in the house. The youngest in the house. Monty said nothing on your behalf. Jasmine has said nothing on your behalf. Terrence has said nothing on your behalf. And you're wanting to emulate the Cookout 2.0 for what? For what? And you're wanting to disrupt an alliance that has gotten 4 targets out in a row. 4 targets out in a row. And you're wanting to disrupt that for what? Baby, y'all should have had me in this house. Y'all should have had me in that house. What are we talking about? What are we talking? There's no discussion. There's no discussion. Jasmine, it's your birthday? Oh, congratulations. You're going on the block. I hope you win the veto. What? What are we talking about here? I don't give a damn if it's her birthday. She going up. CBS has decided to keep you in your limp leg in this competition. They're not caring about anything. Why should I? What are we talking about here? Nothing. Oh, there's a showmance? Oh, that just means 2 people are 1. Where am I to fit in this? Are we polyamorous or not? Oh, listen, Kyle, y'all are seeing the block. It's evident, it's clear. Oh, you think I'm a whore? Oh, I heard what you said to Daniel. You've been riding with Daniel, and Daniel basically berated me in front of you, and you did nothing. Oh, yes, nothing. Oh, Terrence, you're going on the block. It's easy. Indy? Oh, I'm sorry. Lo siento. But you must see the blocker. What? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Nothing. This girl ain't playing Big Brother. I could be on that show playing the hell out of Big Brother. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? And then you have this video of Daniel excited that Taylor won HR. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Girl, you had this whole speech for Daniel and all this, and even Michael is sticking up for you against Daniel. And you just gonna shit on your whole... Anyway, I have ranted enough. Leave comments below. If I've offended you, you're bad. But I've not said anything in this video that's been offensive. Maybe the blocker. Maybe the blocker was a bit too far. Lo siento. But I'm perturbed. And my energy of aggravation is going to a side of the house that has poorly spoken about this girl, this beautiful chick, and has wanted her out from day one, and now for some insane, abysmal reason, she feels the need to protect them. Over the leftovers? What? And then you're gonna have Joseph talking about, I'll raise my hand and put myself up. What? Ridiculous. Taylor's out, double eviction. I'm calling it. The leftovers is over. Not unless Michael and Brittany save them and Kyle save everybody. And we just consider Taylor to be a loose end. But this double eviction, we split the house up, and depending on how the house gets split up, the leftovers are done. They're done. They're done. And if they're not, again, another reason why the cookout wasn't necessary in the season of 23, because the leftovers could have been a part of season 23. And so if the leftovers ride through to the thick of 7, what? Through all this bullcrap that's been happening in the house and this twist of the divided house, that will be the best alliance ever. Ever. If they do that. If they make it to the 7. But something's telling me that they're not going to. I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But anyways, leave your comments below. Who do you think is your top? Who is your top house guest? F a top 3. F a top 3. Because Joseph and Taylor were in my top 3 and they're trash. They're trash for this decision-making kind of thing. They're trash. Michael is my number 1, period. Michael is my number 1, but I think the top 4 are going to be Michael, Monty, Kyle, and Turner. Those are my top 4. Those are my top 4. I could be wrong, but those are my top 4. Anyway, leave your comments below. Let me know who you think your top guest is.